Hey hustlers, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kelly. If you're new, welcome to my channel, guys. It's just a hustle nation over here, guys. But in today's video, I will be talking about how I went from 5 sales to 50 sales in my first month of business after launching. So if you guys want to hear more about that, stay tuned for this video.
They drain you mentally, threaten your identity, then they treat you like the enemy. Repetition of history.
So yes, guys, I went from, you know, the projected 5 to 8 sales in my first month to over 50 sales in my first month. So I am just going to be talking to you guys about my journey when I first started, and you know, pretty much where I'm at right now. So I guess I can talk about, you know, before I launched. So if you guys don't follow me and don't know my story, so yeah, this channel was created to just follow my journey after college to career, you know, transition or whatever, videos on that. So if you guys have not checked out those videos, feel free to check those out just to kind of get a backstory of who I am. But just back to today, and you know, me having a online store. My store specializes in earrings. We sell ball caps and bags, hand purses, handmade clutches and bags for right now. And I definitely am looking to, you know, expand my products. You know, I'm new to, you know, ownership, so, and just, you know, selling something to the public. So I am trying to find, you know, what my thing is. So I enjoy making purses and handbags. I really enjoy that. All 2019, like, I cannot stress enough, I had to, you know, tell myself affirmations and give myself affirmations with the help of, you know, supporters in my life. So my mom, she was really, you know, supportive in, you know, me being more confident with myself and not second guessing myself. So she is the one that actually recommended me, you know, just have affirmations and just speak them every day into existence. So that played a huge part in actually starting my business in March of 2020. And also my little sister recommended me do a productivity challenge, and that productivity challenge really brought a lot to my life. It brought organization back. You know, I was in the band in high school, in high school and in college, so that really was my structure. That was my organization. That's why I had to have time management. But after graduation, I just didn't have that in my life. So I'm so thankful for them, you know, for, you know, suggesting those things for me, because it really kick-started, you know, me planning at the beginning of the year last. That is, you know, my business journey in a nutshell. You know, I just had to, you know, go for it. It's not going to be easy. I'm gonna tell you that now. It's not going to be easy, but if you plan for it and you work towards it every day, then you can make it a reality. So I do want to talk about, you know, my launch month. You know, what did I do to prepare for my launch month? So I'm gonna be honest with y'all, because I want to keep it, you know, 100% transparent on this channel, guys. So with, you know, being prepared to launch, it was really nothing that you can do to actually 100% prepare. You don't know what to expect. But what I can say that did help me was I did a lot of research on, you know, your launch week, what to do, what to anticipate for your launch. And one of the most, you know, most important thing that I can point out is you want to build a store. You want to be able to go ahead and connect with your audience. So, you know, maybe having the countdown, you know, go ahead and introducing that this is what's happening. It's already, I thought I saw something behind me, y'all. Oh, it's my earring. I thought I seen something behind me, y'all. Whoa, it's okay, girl, it's okay, calm down. I'm just excited. I'm excited for you guys. So yeah, so I had build a story and just count down to, you know, the opening for your store, your launch, your product line, or whatever. So that's what I did. You know, I said, actually I didn't do it. I'm so extra. So what I did was pretty much, you know, I did like teasers. I did teasers on my platforms. and just to, you know, put it in the air that I was planning for something. And then so what happened was, you know, I didn't know the date. I really did not know the date. But you know, with just, you know, doing that and creating that type of, you know, excitement for something that I was doing, you know, you want to have people that support you. If you don't, you don't, you know, but there's you have your family at the end of the day. So I kept asking, should I, you know, launch this day? Should I launch this day? And they was like, girl, go ahead and launch the site. So I that's pretty much, you know, that, you know, gave me that confirmation. But I already knew, like, it's coming out soon. I just don't know what date. So long story short, March was my launch month, March the 4th of 2020. And when I tell you guys, I expected 0 to 5 sales my first month. And that is normal with everything that I've watched in other owners, business owners, boutique owners. You know, they said go ahead and prepare. You know, you're not going to see sales every month. My lips are ashy. And so I already had it in my head that, you know, baby girl, you're not gonna have sales. And I was okay with that, you know, because I wanted to go ahead and start, because that is the hardest part. You know, everybody says it's hard to start. So long story short, my family and my friends, they really showed out. And I think I had 8 sales, 5 sales. My first month, or the month of March, I had 8 sales from my family and friends. It was no one that I did not know that purchased from me. And it's a good feeling, y'all. It really is a good feeling, and that's what's going to keep you going. Knowing that you're capable is what's going to keep you going. I did write notes for this video. So yeah, that was my personal goal. My personal goal was 5 sales a month. It was my original, you know, new to this goal. If I can get 5 sales a month, you know, I am making more than I did last year. So that honestly was the goal. And I feel like, you know, if you're passionate about anything, like you have to support yourself more than anyone else will support you. So I feel like if you have that support from yourself, you're good. So now let's get into how I got this growth, why I got this growth, and what it meant for my business. So my business launched in March. What else happened March of this year? What else happened this year in March? We were introduced to a pandemic. So it was crazy. I don't know, I can't even explain my feelings. You know, I was like, I worked all this past year preparing, and if you guys watch my videos, y'all are going to, if y'all are aspiring entrepreneurs, comment down below, you know, what type of store you guys want to have, or, you know, what you're passionate about. Because if you guys follow me, you guys are going to get tips. You guys are going to get my experience so far. And I want you guys to be able to launch way quicker than me, half the time. You know, it took me, I literally started, you know, planning for this in 2016. But I didn't actually put it in action till last year. So a couple of years, y'all are going to be so much, you know, quicker with it, more confident with it too, because of my tips in my videos. So if you guys are not subscribed, make sure you guys are subscribed and like this video if you like videos like this. I'll keep them coming. But yeah, the pandemic was in March. Well, we learned about it in March. So I was, you know, very, you know, devastated. I'm like, wow, so people are not going to be like buying like luxury stuff. Nobody's going to be buying retail right now. They're going to be selling and saving up for a rainy day. We're in a recession. Like, nobody can make money right now. And that is completely false. Let me tell you that, okay? Because people will spend money. I spend money. I've been spending money, you know what I mean? Like on stuff I need. But people will buy. People are buying. So don't feel discouraged or anything because of this time that we're in. But let me get into how it grew, how my sales. So let me look. So yes, it was definitely it was definitely tough in March, and I didn't know where to go, but not for long. I don't stay down for long. You shouldn't stay down for long. I automatically went into like, okay, what? Always have a strategy, guys. Always have a strategy, because I went into strategic mode. I'm like, wow, okay, nobody's buying my earrings now. You know, it was like a week, you know, I was on a high, you know, from, you know, March. I had 8 sales. I'm like, okay, I'm a business owner. Okay, why don't I have a sale this week? I got real cocky with it. But no, you have to be creative. You know, we have to, during this time, we still have to, you know, wear our coverings, our mask coverings. We have to be protective of ourselves and others when we go out in public. So I was like, okay, I need to go out into the public. I need to go. At this time, I had been, you know, furloughed from my job. I was at home every day. So I'm like, okay, I need to, you know, generate some income at this point. What can I do? I have a whole LLC. What am I going to do to make money in my business? So what happened, I ended up making a mask and posting it on Instagram. This is like when nobody was making masks, y'all. So I posted a mask on my Instagram and I put, should I sell these? And knowing me, I only need one person. I already have the idea up there. And then I asked, you know, for, you know, not validation, but just, you know, confirmation that, you know, this vision is going to come to pass. So I put that on Instagram and like literally got like, at first I got 10 people to say yes. I'm like, say less. Say less. Say less. Say less. Say less. Say less. Guys, I do have a collection on my website. It's called No Baggage. I dropped it in July. It just represents, you know, my year 2020 of just, you know, giving myself a clean slate, giving myself grace. And it's called No Baggage. It's a play on, you know, the word bag, because I do hand make bags and clutches, and I plan on continuing that collection year by year. But that was not existing when I first started. I didn't want to release No Baggage until I released it in July. But this is, you know, March. Nobody knows I can sew. You know, my logo has what's it called, needle, has a needle and thread in my logo, but people are not, you know, I didn't have any products that I was sewing at the time. So it kind of seemed like, you know, I was gonna make masks, but I was not. And that's why I think it's super crazy how things work when they're supposed to work. And, you know, you just do what you have to do and put in the work, because, you know, if you have a vision, you have something that's given to you, you know, in order to exploit it, you have to do the work. So, you know, I'm just doing the work. But ultimately, after I put that post up, I started making masks. I literally it's crazy, because I literally watched one YouTube video on how to make a mask, and I went full force. I'm like, hey, I need some income. I have a business that I have invested in, and people are willing to buy. Those are the 3 things that you have to remember each and every day in your business. So write this down. What did I just say? You need income. You have invested into yourself, and people are willing to pay. Those are the 3 things you have to remember each and every day. Okay, that rhymed. Thank me later. And I went in and I added it to my website. I put 10. I think I put 10. When I tell you guys that those masks sold out, this is like when nobody was making masks. And, you know, people knew I just launched my business and they wanted to support, and they may have not seen something they liked, you know. And now this pandemic, like, it was in demand. Masks were in demand at that time. And you'll learn when you're going through your businesses. Comment down below if you already have a business. Comment down below if you want to start a earring business. Comment down below. Comment down below if you make masks. It's lit, okay? But yeah, you'll learn, like, going forward, that, you know, business is supply and demand. What's in demand right now? What do the people need? What would they pay for right now? That's, you know, important. So I'm sitting at 8 sales from March, from my launch. And then my second month, I got strategic with it. And I'm like, I have to be an expert of my business. I went into making masks. Like I was saying, I put 10 masks up there and they sold out in like 30 minutes. So what I did was I kept adding inventory, I kept adding numbers, and they kept selling out. And y'all, I had a true, my older sister, she told me, Kelly, go ahead and prepare for an influx. It was an influx and it went crazy. I kept adding numbers, and then from there I added more fabric, and then from there I kept critiquing and revising my design, and till now I still have them on my site. For the most part, I have them on my site now. So I went from 8 sales from my launch to over 50 sales in my first month of business, and it is correct. Long story short, guys, that's how I went from 5 sales to 50 sales after my launch month, or in my first month of business. And I was so appreciative. I was gonna say clients, customers all the way in Korea, and it was very humbling because I got to help with the pandemic and being safety in the pandemic, and also reach all the way to Korea. So shout out to you guys that have been shopping with me this far, but I did want to reel it back and just kind of give you guys the real as well. So just how you guys saw with my success with knowing my customers and knowing my audience and just being strategic in that moment with supply and demand. I also want to tell you guys that even after April, so it was April and like May-ish, after that I saw my sales go kind of back, kind of made a correction. It was like a impulse. It was definitely an impulse, and then it was like a correction. But then it's continuing at a different pace now. I have a little bit more control over my sales. I can control that trend line now, so because I know what to do, because I got to experience that in the beginning, which is a blessing. So take it from me, guys, you want to know your customers, and if you don't know your customers, definitely get to know them. I'm still working on reaching my customers too. The advice I can give to you at the end of this video, just to wrap it up, is to stick to the social media platform that works for your business. For me, it is definitely Instagram has always been my fave. So I am currently or mostly on Instagram. I get a couple of sales from YouTube actually and Facebook, but Instagram is like my driver. I can see all the insights and the numbers clearly. I like it. But have your favorite platform. Also know your strategy. Like I said, guys, I'm not going to stress it enough. You're going to want to have your strategy and just know how you can market your products in the most efficient way. So we'll do more videos on that. Lastly, I'm going to end with word of mouth. Word of mouth is definitely something that is important, especially in the world we live in now. Word of mouth, it spreads like wildfire, whether it's good or bad. My intentions is that everything will be good within Della Roxy. You'll have some things that you'll need to critique and kind of go over, and I'm ready for that when it comes. I get pretty much all the feedback from Instagram. Should we do reviews? Should we have this page or this page? And I get answers back, and then I make an executive decision based off the answers that I get, and I go from there. I was just taking screenshots on my phone of stuff that I've asked and stuff that is implemented today. Some things will work, some things will not work, but in a nutshell, that is my story on how I went from 5 sales to 50 sales, and now being in business for almost 6 months, I've had over 200 sales. So it's crazy because I did not anticipate that, but when it happens, it happens. You go with your moment. You go to the strategy that you have worked up, the different, because you want to have more than one strategy in different situations, and you just run with it, guys, and you just make it your own. You have to be creative in this business. So yes, like I said, there's there's the ingredients, but then there's my way of doing things. It's the way it tastes, okay? It's all in the taste. So I'm gonna be giving you guys, you know, my experience, my tips as I embark on this journey with my online store, and it's only up from here. So keep hustling, keep your faith strong. I'll see you guys in my next video.